Welcome back to the channel. In this episode, I'm going over my settings for doing a video interview and live stream. So how I've been doing my most recent video interviews with Darren Corbin and the two videos that I did with Thor from Basement Boy Banner has been really simple. I use the program called OBS on my Mac, and I set up a few very easy things. So I've got this layout and this template kind of figured out. I have a couple different scenes that so there are a couple different ways to do this. Always with OBS you set up what are called scenes. Those are your normal display templates that you can use for multiple purposes, whether you're setting up for a gaming live stream, an interview series like I've been doing, or various other things. For mine, what I usually have is the podcast overlay itself, which will be my graphic that I always use a PNG, and I cut out two sections to use for the screens. And then using both the video capture devices, I can then add my webcam, either my actual webcam like I'm using right now, or I'll use the capture card for my ADD. When I'm using that, because the ADD doesn't have a clean HDMI, I just shut off all of the information, and then I shut off the autofocus. And really, with that camera, I just have to hope for the best. Usually I'll have enough depth of field that I can stick pretty close to the microphone itself and not have to worry too much about coming in and out of focus. The audio is the tricky part. So, thankfully I have this blue snowball, and that is my audio device. And then I use a program called iShowU Audio Capture. And in using that, I will turn it into a multi-aggregate output. The good thing about doing it this way is the fact that I have now my audio, my video separately. And each channel, be it my channel and my guest channel, as separate sources. So that when I'm in my case, I use Adobe Premiere from the Adobe Creative Cloud. I have separate audio channels that I have set up that way. So that in the case of Thor, or with the most recent videos, his audio and video were out of sync. So that's why I'll do a simple clap at the beginning of each video and then cue that up as my sync point. And from there, I judge. In Thor's case, it was about 7 frames of a 24 frame sequence, 24 frames per second sequence, that his audio was off. So I moved that up, and then as I'm doing the playback in my editor, it's not a big deal, and you can see everything looks like it's synced correctly. There are various ways to do it. You can check out the channel that Tom Buck runs. I got a lot of really useful information from him about doing live streaming that way. And if you are doing a live stream, you can go into OBS and switch and play with your audio sync settings to change things up a little bit and hopefully get that working. So if you're doing a live stream instead of a video playback like I was doing, you don't have to worry as much about that syncing issue because you can correct it, and hopefully the lag stays relatively the same the whole interview. Hopefully everybody found this interesting and useful. Thanks again for checking out this channel, And make sure to like and subscribe and follow me at Knocked Out Films on Instagram and Twitter. Thanks.